Okay, this is the new Sample-EZE machine setup. This one is set up actually to do 2331 screen size, but we can make them to various screen sizes to what your requirement is. There are a couple of essential hookups here. One of them is the air supply, which goes in on the right-hand side of the machine. It's a 90 psi, 5 CFM requirement, not much more than that for the machine, and it also has a 220 volt single phase electrical requirement. 60 amps is the requirement, and that should get you started with the machine. That's a very simple hookup, and you're ready to roll. Along with just, it's got leveling feet. There's leveling feet on the machine. It can be leveled to the floor so that the carriage for the actual operation of the flash and the squeegee holder do not move back and forth. And once you've got it all leveled, you're ready to go. Basically, there are a few controls on the machine. We have a control over here on the left-hand side for the air pressure on the chopper cylinders, which is the same as any of your automatic presses. Same requirement. We like to think that we can do printing between 40 and 60 pounds. You essentially have your basic off and on switch to the right here, which allows you to turn air pressure off and on to the machine, to the top head totally. And of course you have a couple of controls. The control on your right is actually for your squeegee lock. That will lock your squeegee in position. As you can see, the squeegee locks move up and down. Once you put a squeegee in there into the holder, push it up and it'll lock the machine. The other switch when you flip it on the left is actually your pressure on the chopper cylinders. So you'll put pressure on when you do your print stroke, and then as you take it off, when you finish up, you'll be able to take it off, and of course you'll release your squeegee out of the screen clamps. Machine is very simple operation. It's not tough to run at all. It's just you got a grab handle here, and it's a very simple stroke, and we will show you all of that as we do a sample for you here in just a few minutes. It does have a very simple, you just throw the squeegee holder down, go back, grab the flash, and you just shuttle the flash forward over your print. The standard flash will be 24 by 20 on these machines. So if you have a print that's deeper than that, you'll have to make a 2 flash step. So we will show you those operations here in just a few minutes. On the back of the machine, on the back of the flash tree units, you have your essential main power switch and your timer. Here you have your indicator light, which tells you the flash tree unit's on, the power's onto the flash. You set your time here in seconds, whether you want an 8-second, 5-second, whatever your requirement is. And it also has a 60 amp breaker that you will want to throw into the on position when using the machine, and of course in the off position then when not. It is essentially, these are the medium wave bulbs, the orange glow bulbs. So, and we carry replacements for all of that standard equipment. So that essentially is the new Sample-EZE machine. Very simple to operate, and we are going to show you that operation here in one. I did miss one feature of the machine itself. This is actually a Trilok machine. It has Trilok registration. You can see that you have your 2 registration blocks back here that your corner locks in the left-hand corner of your left-hand bottom corner of your, or top corner of your screen. And also in the rear you have the guide in the back that also locks your screen in. This one also has an airlock switch on the machine that's supplied. You will also have, this hooks up off of the same air coming into the main machine. Usually 90 pounds is enough to hold any screen in position. And then you just have a simple flip of the switch here, and what ends up happening is that throws the airlocks in and out. As you can see them move when I activate the switch. And that essentially locks the screen into position in the correct registration. And obviously all of this depends on the artwork being set up with the Trilok registration. This is all a big pre-press. If all of the pre-press is done correctly, registration will be ultimately perfect on this machine. So please, it is very important that you do your pre-press registration to a very precise measurement and make sure that it's all fastened down on the screens correctly. Okay, give us a few minutes here and we'll get you started and let you see a screen actually in operation, screen print in operation. Okay, so right now we have our operator. He put some spray adhesive on the pallet, and this is essentially just like doing it normal, you know, your normal prints. He's placing his shirt on the pallet, smoothing it out, and he's going to go over and grab his white underbase screen. He's bringing it over to the machine. He's going to bring that over to the machine. He's going to set it in place. He's going to go into the Trilok registration system. He's going to lock the corners into the two locks here in the rear and in the back. And then he's going to throw the air switch to physically actuate and lock the screen, and you'll see the actuators come out after he has flooded the screen. Right now he's doing his flood stroke, and he's going to throw the switch and actually lock the screen into position. As you see, the actuators come out, he's locked it in. Now he's pulling the print head forward. He's going to unlock the squeegee lock. He's going to put a squeegee up in the machine. He already has his pressure set on the, locks the squeegee in, comes up, throws the switch to put the pressure on, and he's going to do his normal print stroke. He'll print normally. Lift it up, remove his squeegee, and he's going to unlock the screen. He's going to place the screen back on his rack, and he's going to come back to the machine. He's going to show us how we do a flash. He's actually going to flash the machine. Flash the print. He's going to go back. He's grabbed the flash. He's pulling the flash forward. Now he's going to step on the actuator pedal. As you can see, the flash is illuminated and it's flashing in his light underbase. Once his flash is complete, he's going to push the flash forward and out of position, away from the print, lower the squeegee, and he's going to move on to his next color. His white underbase is flashed at this point. Now he's going to grab his next screen, and he's going to proceed on with the sequence. He's going to put the screen in. He's going to do his flood stroke. He's going to put his screen into the Trilok. He's going to throw the lever, lock the screen in. Now it's locked in. He's going to pull the print carriage forward, put the squeegee in it, lock it in, put the pressure on the squeegee, and he's going to do his normal print stroke. Raise it, back out, take the squeegee out, and he's going to move on to his subsequent color. He's unlocking the screen, he's taking it off the machine. Registration is virtually that easy, just as long as the machine is locked into all of your pre-press is done correctly and the machine set up correctly. Registration is perfect. It's right on. Now he's going to move on to his next color. He's going to place that screen into the Easy Print again. Sample-EZE. He's going to flood his screen. Again, he's going to put his screen into the Trilok system. Throw the switch, lock it in, and now he's going to do the same squeegee stroke that he did with the first two colors. This is going to be his squeegee stroke on the red. Just a normal speed. Raise it up, unlock the squeegee, take his squeegee out, unlock the screen, and he's going to move on to his next color. Again, as I say, registration is that easy on the machine. As you can see, we're staying in really good registration with this logo, although it is not a very difficult logo to print. Now he can flash this print so that he can take it off, and then he can either move it over to the dryer or wait until he's finished his run, because it will be dry to touch. The flash will flash it dry enough to touch it. and this was a very simple print, just, you know, solid open areas, no halftones, so it was very easy. And as you can see, he's ready to go to the dryer. Okay, we're going to get ready to do the next print that we have for a sample to show a demonstration on this machine, and it does have some halftone work in it. As again, you can see he's spraying the pallet, packing it up, getting it ready for his shirt to go down, his sample swatch to go on. He puts his sample swatch on there, he's going to smooth it out. And we're going to begin with our white underbase and go from there. Again, you'll see just how this works, just how smooth and easy it is. It's putting the white screen, the white underbase screen in. Doing our flood coat, our flood on the screen. Not very much pressure on the flood. Doing our flood on the screen, putting screen down. He's going to throw the switch to lock in the screen with the airlock. It's all locked in. And he's going to do his print, just as we did in the previous print. We just wanted to show you a little more complex design on how, you know, it does the halftones and all. So he's going to do his squeegee stroke right now. Normal push. It's very imperative that you make sure that your squeegees are always sharpened so that you get a nice clean print on halftones. That we find that that's a big must with our machine. Just going to remove his white underbase screen. And he's going to go on to subsequent other printings. He's going to flash his white underbase. We do have a foot actuated flash unit, which makes it kind of neat, kind of convenient. The operator just reaches down and steps on the pedal, and that actuates the flash. Now he's got his white underbase all printed. As you can see, this has got some distress in it. The distress looks really good. He's ready to move on to his next color screen. Flood that screen again, do his flood stroke. And again, there's not much ink required to be in the screens at this point because you're just doing a couple of samples, so it is a very, use very little ink. He's got his screen in, locked into the Trilok, airlocked it in, he's ready to go with his print. He's going to load his squeegee, lock it in, flood bar or squeegee actuated, and he's going to print. Very simple print stroke. So as you can see, it's just a few process steps, and once you get used to handling these steps, you know, you should be able to print. In an 8-hour day, you should be able to do 4 to 5 samples per operator on one of these machines, depending on, you know, obviously depending on the number of colors and flashes that are incorporated into the design. But again, the registration we find with the Trilok is impeccable, just as long as the pre-press is done correctly. Going to lock his screen in, pull the print carriage out, lock his squeegee in, and he's ready to print again. See, it doesn't take much effort to push the squeegee forward once it's down on the actual screen and the substrate. We've done this, and what we've actually done is eliminated one of the causes of carpal tunnel syndrome, which, you know, the operator is actually physically holding a squeegee in his hand and having to put that pressure on with his manually with his hands. So we've taken all that away and done it mechanically, so carpal tunnel syndrome is rarely, you know, it's just a thing of the past with this machine. Next color's in, he's doing his flood. locking the screen in the Trilok, their locks on, pulls forward with the squeegee stroke, puts pressure on his squeegee, prints, finishing, unlocking his screen, take it out, goes over to his screen rack. Again, you can see the operation is very simple, registration is really good, and he's going to flash so that he can remove the last piece. He's going to flash this and this will allow him to stack if he has to do multiples of the same design. And then he can actually walk those multiples over to the dryer and throw them on the dryer and flash after he has completed the process. And so now the design is complete and is dry to touch. No ink residue left. So that's as simple as it is to run the Sample-EZE. Very simple machine to do. We hope you, with your purchase, you enjoy operating them, and give us a call if you need any help with the machine. Thank you.